Hello everyone, welcome back. So guys, today I'm going to explain you how we can do testing with the user interaction and the states. Because as you know, when user interact with our websites, how we can test those particular scenarios, how we can test that source code or line of code that it is going to work fine or not, and how we can test that our states are working fine on the backend or not. So let's explore and do a practical example on it. So before starting to it, I want to say if you have not subscribed to my channel name is Aamir. You can subscribe to my channel and you can see there are 71 videos on the reactjs complete course. So you can find out all the video with some real-time practical examples as well as, and it's going to be really helpful. Really, like you can see complete project on food ordering app. So I hope you are going to enjoy it and you are going to learn a lot from all these videos. And while doing the practice, if you have not downloaded the source code, if you find any difficulty in doing the source code, so you can get all the source code from here. I have shared all the source code on this GitHub link. I'm going to share the link in the description so you can get from there. So let's get started, guys. So in the last video, we have seen that we write this expression hello world, and we have written the test case, and it's working fine. It's fine. The text on that screen on that particular component, and then if that matches in the document, it shows the result is true. So now I'm going to do some make some changes on the UI so that when user interact with our website, what is going to be happening. So let's check this out. So first of all, I'm going to add here one more text, or I can say it. It's good to see you. Something like this. Great. And then I'm going to say I'm going to add one button here. I'm going to name it change text. Okay, great. And on the on click, I'm going to add two states here. So once the state gets changed, we are going to use state. Cool. And I'm going to name it by default. The default value is false. If you want to see the use states, you can see my previous video I explained in detail. And now I'm going to say const, and I'm going to name it something like change text and set change text. Gonna copy it. Okay, great. And it's going here. Looks good. That's great. So now what I'm going to do here, once I click on this on click button, it is going to change the state. Then I'm going to say update this state. So once I click on this button, it is going to change update the state, right? And here I'm going to say if the I'm going to write something like this. By default, I'm going to say if it is not changed, we need to represent this text, right? Okay, I'm going to pass that first and sign. So by default, if the change is not straight, I have not clicked the button, it is going to show you it's good to see you, right? But if the button is clicked, so I'm going to say something like this, change, there's something has happened, right? So great. So once I click on this button, it is going to represent this paragraph, not this one. So it looks good. Now we need to go in the test file. So guys, one thing more, if I need to group all this, because now I'm going to add a few more group test cases. So I need to group all this. So for grouping all the test cases, what we need to do, we need to write here at the top, describe. We can have multiple groups and suits and multiple test cases in one suits, and in one file we can have multiple suits and multiple test cases. So now I'm going to say here, I'm going to write, yes, I'm going to write here, hello, components, something like this, right? And I'm going to, again, for this also we are going to write a nominal function, and I'm going to write all the test cases inside this. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to write one more test case. I'm going to copy this It's up to you. You can copy or you can write it complete. No, not to worry about anything. So here I'm going to say render good to see you if the button is not clicked. So at the very first time when the page gets loaded, I'm going to check this out. Okay, here I need to pass the thing because there is no act in this case. So I'm going to say here, I'm going to remove this for now. And I'm going to say good to see you. I'm going to copy all this. On the very first time when the page get loads, it will load this output element. Okay, great. So guys, what does happen actually when our page gets loads? It actually check that it's good to see you gets loads, and if we find that text on our page, that case gets actually passed. You can see here hello world component, hello components. There are two test cases. One is hello world as a text, and good to see you if the button was not clicked. And one suite, but there are two test cases inside this suite. So I'm going to write one more test inside it. And now what I'm going to say, if the button get clicked, now we are going to change the text. So here I'm going to say this, and for this I have these texts are already written by me. For I don't want to spend a lot of time on this text. Now this text is going to async. The reason is that uh, the reason is quite straight because now once I click on the button, I need to wait that until the DOM get updates. So here I'm going to say act, and now for the user interaction, we already have one library, and the library name is let me show you this library, testing library user events. So at the top, if I go on the top, here you can see this. I've already imported this. You need to pass, just copy paste this, and you can name anything, the name you want to use. So user event, and I'm going to say here user event dot click. So once you click on the user event, it is going to what is going to do on screen get viral, and I'm going to say button here because on the screen we only have one button, so that's why I use this approach. But if you have multiple buttons or multiple elements, you can write the name or ID, whatever you likes most. And I'm going to say assert. So once these buttons get clicked, it is going. I'm going to write assert. I'm going to just copy paste all the text from the top. So let me just go on the top and copy paste this. Okay, great. I'm going to copy paste this. But one thing I need to do here, I need to pass a wait here so that it waits for a change. So once the button get clicked, what we wrote that the text is going to change to this change text. Great. So let me just paste here. So what will actually happen? First, it will load this test case and it is going to actually use the library testing, this library user events. And once the user library gets called, it is going to check that if the click button for this button is hit, because we only have one button on the screen. If the button is clicked, now our screen will wait until this text states get changed, and it is changed that paragraph text to changed. But before it was going, it was like something. It's good to see you, but now it's changed to this. So once it's completed, it straight changes and DOM gets updated. It actually returns the text to this, and now we can see here under the one suite we have three test cases and now all get passes. So I hope guys you like this video. This video is very important when you're going to work with some basic and some complicated and complex components on the React. It is going to really help you. Please write in the comments if you have any question or if you find any difficulty in doing all this stuff. I'm happy to share my knowledge with you. Thank you very much guys, and I hope you subscribe and share my videos with some with other developers as well as. And these are not very hard videos. These are very prescribed videos. I'm sharing my complete technology information with you all. I hope you are liking and sharing all these videos with your friends and others who need it. Thank you very much guys. Have a good day.